Hey there, how's it going? What's up, everybody? Irish Orangutan is here to pass along what you need to know to get better at Madden and grow your MUT team. Enjoy the show. Today, I'm happy to be able to bring you another top 10. In the past, we have looked at the most disruptive run defenders, and last week we looked at the top pass defenders, and now we have the opportunity to look at some of those budget unicorns that you can put on your team, and you can have them play just as well as their more expensive counterparts, and in some regards, considerably better. I'm excited to talk about some of these players with you. They are kind of unique at their certain position and have attributes that set them apart. And most of these players I have budgeted around 15K. Depending on the market, it might fluctuate a little bit more. As I was looking through these players, it was actually a little bit lower than that in a lot of regards. And I'm excited to bring this video to you, and let's get started. At number 10, we have Lamar Jackson at halfback. His speed just sets him apart from other players. He is someone that you can come out and either play on third down with or have as your starter and just have him run past people if you're just getting started in the game. He is an out of position player that came out in the Zero Chill promo. He was around 15,000 coins for quite some time. I actually missed a snipe earlier that was a little above 10,000, and I was actually going to play with him for a little while, so that was a little bit disappointing that I had missed him. It would have been fun to see what he could do getting out there and running. He is a player that you should definitely put on your team and just have a little bit of fun with. Nice. At number 9, we have Josh Jones. He's a middle linebacker, and he is out of position for the Packers. He has considerable speed. This is a player that you would want on your startup team that you can go out and use her. A lot of people had been talking about him since he has came out in the Zero Chill promo. He has the 90 speed and the 90 hit power. He can come out and catch all the passes that you need him to and lay the wood when you need as well. This is a player that you just need to go out and run around with and see if he feels right in with your joystick, and I'm sure that he will. At number 8, we have Will Fuller. He is a player that I used to use all the time to just throw deep down the field with his 92 speed and okay catching attributes. He is able to go down and get the ball whenever you need him to. He was a sidekick that came out a long time ago with Mud Heroes. He kind of separated himself earlier in the year and just need to give him a shout out now because was able to help me get through a considerable amount of solos and win a couple of games as well. He is a wonderful player to add to your team and can be your fourth or fifth receiver later in the year, just throwing go routes. He's a player that you need to go out and get for sure. Coming in at number 7, Joe Patonio. He is a wonderful player to go out and get if you need a little bit of help in your passing game. You definitely do not want to base your running game behind him by any regard. He is a player that you definitely would want if you were going out and playing a lot of West Coast and just getting a few slants off as quickly as possible. He is a wonderful 6'4" gentleman. He is only 78 strength, but he can absolutely get it done in the passing game with his 88 pass block power and 86 pass block finesse. He is a wonderful man to add out on the left side of your line if you need a little bit help making sure that Alan Page and John Randall don't get to you quite as quickly. And number 6 on the list is Roger Saffold. He is the opposite of Joel Petonio. He comes out and can maul whoever you need in the running game. He is one of those players that you can just get behind and go. If you are to the point where you can get into the veteran gauntlet and get that done, you can get a considerable upgrade to his card for just a little bit of extra time. He is wonderful to run behind and can be that player that can help you get those extra few yards and get it across the goal line. At number 5, we have Orlando Brown. This is a man that you want for one reason, and that is to stop the run up the middle. He is exceptionally good at that with 88 strength and his 90 block shed. He can stop those wham blocks or stop those quarterback draws and quarterback dives up the middle by just swallowing up those guys that are trying to block him. He is the perfect man to go out and get on the cheap to be able to do that one thing and stop the run if you're having difficulties with it. At number 4, we have Marquise Valdez-Scantling at wide receiver for the Packers. He was a Team of the Week player, and he is a wonderful player to toss the ball down the field to. He is the next level of Will Fuller at 6'5" and 93 speed. He is a player that can get done whatever you need in the passing game. He will be wonderful at tossing those streaks to and getting those long crossing patterns. He just has that little bit of extra speed to get away, and you can get him on the cheap and able to get away from those Deion Sanders who are a little bit faster but just can't keep up on those crossing routes. At number 3, we have Chris Long. The one attribute that really stands out for him is his power move at 90. I could not find another player that is even close to his price range that has the power move or finesse that is over 90. He is a wonderful player to add to your team and set up in the middle in the defensive tackle position in nickel or dime and have him just blitz and have your great outside linebackers go out and get at the quarterback. He is a wonderful player to add. He is just the player that you need to bring in passing situations and get at the quarterback for your team. Coming in at number 2, the man that I almost wish that I would rather have after looking at my binder than Jalen Ramsey, even though he is a Cowboy, Anthony Brown. He has 95 speed at the cornerback position. His man and zone coverage leave a little bit wanting, but being able to get a cornerback or defensive back this fast, or even a player on your team for the price that he is going for is something you should definitely look at. He is more than worth the investment to toss out on either the left or right side or cross man someone. He is a wonderful player to add to your team and someone that you definitely need to consider if you're just getting started. And number 1, Michael Vick. His 80 overall you can buy on the market if you are dead set against playing solos. You can actually play solos and get the best budget quarterback in the game. You just have to play one to get his 80 overall, and if you just play a few more, you can actually get that bolstered up to 87 and have the perfect quarterback to get started with your team, and he actually would be a great quarterback for almost every team. With his 87 overall, he might not be able to hit every pass, but he is definitely the quarterback that you need to go out and get if you are just getting started or have an account that you like playing with just on the side and don't have all the investments in necessarily. Another thing to think about if you are just getting started is putting the 80 overall Champ Bailey or Tony Gonzalez that you can get the same way. There was a little bit of a glitch that had happened when that came out, and a lot of players were able to take advantage of it, and whoever wasn't was a little bit frustrated. Um, I just feel as if you're on during the time of the turnover, you're able to take advantage of that. If you are with loved ones or taking care of other business, then that's just something that you have to do. So it's not necessarily something to worry about, but it is very exciting to be able to bring this list to you. These are the best players that you need to go out and get straight away. Make sure to get these players if you are just starting your first account are just getting the game a little bit late or want to use these for a second or third team that you may be using at this time, they will make winning so much easier at every level. Take care, everybody. Thanks for checking into the Irish Orangutan channel. Keep coming back to keep getting better at Madden and growing your MUT team. There will be at least 5 videos up a week, so make sure to like and comment on each of those. Be sure to subscribe to see them all. Come by Twitch to engage or hit me up on Twitter. Take care, everybody. Much love.